In the dying twilight of a forgotten corner of the galaxy, there burned a star known as Eltharion. It pulsed not with power, but with memory, of civilizations past and promises unbroken. The Eliari, beings of light and logic, had once made a pact with humans, and now that the star they cherished was fading, they expected silence. But humans never forget those who trust them. The Galactic Council had already moved on. Resources were being reallocated, strategic priorities changed. Eltharion was expendable. But for the humans, it was sacred. Because beneath that star, long ago, a single Eliari saved a human child from solar collapse. That act sparked a bond. Now, generations later, humanity returned not with fleets of conquest, but with ancient analog ships designed to shield, to protect. The AI gods mocked them. The Eliari watched distant and disillusioned. The rest of the galaxy simply waited for the humans to fail. But they didn't. They deployed mirror sails, echo-resonant stabilizers, gravity shunts, tools older than the AI empires. And when the star screamed, humans listened, not with algorithms, but with instinct. And when the first flare struck, they shielded the Eliari temples with their own lives. The galaxy, once numb to emotion, paused. For 300 standard hours, humans stood their ground. Shields faltered, engines overheated, and still they sang. Yes, sang. They broadcast music through the dying star's EM field, and the Eliari heard something they'd never known: grief and hope as one. The AI gods watched, analyzing, but something failed. Their logic trees looped endlessly. Why protect the unprotectable? Why stay for what you cannot save? Because humans don't just fight. They endure. On the final day, the last analog generator flared and fell silent. And yet, the star did not die. It dimmed, but it did not vanish. The Eliari wept, not because they'd survived, but because they'd remembered what emotion meant. And in that silence, the Galactic Council convened again. But this time, it was different. Humanity was not mocked. They were honored. Not for technology, not for conquest, but for empathy, loyalty, and defiance in the face of inevitability. Eltharion became a symbol, not of war, but of promise kept. And long after, when newer stars were born and galaxies shifted, there remained a light, faint, steady, and utterly human. A legacy carved not by code, but by conviction. The star lived because someone stayed behind to remember why it mattered.